Audio on demand from Vision Christian Media.
Exploring faith and the future. Neil Johnson and Bible teacher Dr. Kameel Majdali.
If there's one thing sure, it's that we'll all face trials and temptations. And sometimes it's challenging to understand just how, as a Christian believer, we ought to handle those. Kameel, as we turn some attention today to temptation or trials, how should we approach these difficult issues that sometimes present themselves in our lives?
It's really important, Neil, that people understand we are in a fallen world. It's incredible how people just don't get it, even Christian people who should know the Bible and what it teaches. What it means to a fallen world. Let's understand that, first of all, God didn't make the world in a flawed way. What he made was good. That is the consistent testimony in Genesis. He saw it, it was good. Corruption came through the fall, through temptation of Satan. The first couple disobeyed God flagrantly, and it brought sin, sorrow, and death. This is the fallen world. I know some people argue, well, why doesn't God do something about it? God has done something about it. He sent his only begotten Son. He gave us the gospel. There is a kingdom coming. Well, why doesn't he do something right now? Well, if he did something right now, we might be in trouble. Either we're not where we should be in God, or, more likely, remember the wheat and the tares. We are not to be dealt with until we are fully grown and the harvest has come. The righteous and the wicked must grow up side by side till the harvest time. Then comes the separation. Having said all this, Jesus himself speaks. Temptations and offenses are inevitable, he told us. But woe to the one who brings the temptations and the offenses. Better to have a millstone tied around your neck and cast into the sea. First order of business, understand that until God's kingdom comes, we're in a fallen world where temptation will be present. No question. The question is, how are you to handle it to gain total victory?
We are likely to face temptations every day and many times through every day. How is our response to be to those temptations? Sometimes we'll fall into them. Other times we'll be victorious over them. When you fall into them, what's our response in getting right with God?
If you fall into temptation, either you've been tempted to sin or you're just under pressure and persecution, the key thing is don't run from God. It's amazing how many people, including some Christian people, are adept at running from God. Just ask Jonah. Jonah was a master at running from God and running hard and fast, getting on a ship, going to Tarshish and all that. No, the key is run to God. As it says in James chapter 4, verse 8, come nigh to God. God will come nigh to you. I would think a time of temptation is the optimal time to get close to God and watch him do miracles in your life, and to download to you what we call overcoming power, so that the temptation that once was like a steamroller to you now becomes, as it were, a stepping stone to greater things in the Lord.
Faith and the Future with Neil Johnson and Dr. Kameel Majdali from Teach All Nations. For more from Dr. Majdali, including books and DVDs on prophecy, Bible commentaries, plus today's and other episodes of Faith and the Future, go to vision.org.au.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.